What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Tino's Time Wrestling. It's Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're 3 hours away to Friday Night SmackDown, live on Fox tonight, as we continue the road to WrestleMania in Hollywood on April 1st and April 2nd in about 37 days. So, everybody, welcome to Tino's Time Wrestling, episode number 4, as we continue the road to WrestleMania. And we got a lot to talk about today. So let's not waste any time, everybody. And let's get to the thing that was announced, because it's a big thing here that in May, we will be having 2 premium live events. We will be having the return of Backlash, not known as WrestleMania Backlash anymore, just Backlash. And guys, it is happening on Saturday, May 6th, your boy Tino's birthday. So make sure you guys all come join your boy Tino for a birthday celebration here on the live stream as we watch Backlash live on Peacock. And then returning May 27th for the first time since 2002, they're going to be pay-per-views, everybody. We got a King of the Ring tournament and we have a Queen of the Ring tournament happening on May 27th, according to Brandon Thurston of the Wrestling Nomics. Reports WWE, like I said, poised to bring back Queen and King of the Ring as pay-per-views and Backlash May 6th and May 27th representatively. Everybody, I see you guys in the comments. Make sure you guys leave all your comments, your concerns. But we have the return of the King of the Ring and Backlash, not WrestleMania Backlash anymore. Thank goodness, because I was over that WrestleMania Backlash nonsense, everybody. So, like I said, everybody, let me know how you guys are feeling about that. Let me know, everybody. We guys be joining your boy Tino on his birthday. But the next thing that we got here, we'll obviously learn more as the months go on, and obviously after WrestleMania, how the tournament and everything will play out. So there will definitely be more to come on King of the Ring and Backlash. But speaking of WrestleMania, everybody, WWE has announced a huge battle royal to determine who will be going on and facing Gunther for the IC title. And this will happen on Madison Square Garden. I think it's the day before WrestleMania. So I think it's like the Saturday at like a house show or something like that. But the participants that will be competing in this match, we got Drew McIntyre. We got Buakaw, Rey Mysterio. We got The New Day, Finn Balor, Sheamus, Damian Priest, The Miz, Bobby Lashley, Dominic Mysterio, Khan the Dom, Johnny Wrestling, Omos, Dexter Lumis, Bronson Reed, Rick Boogs, Santos Escobar, Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Karrion Kross are all listed to be competing in this match. So there are, I think that's 20 competitors. I wasn't counting while I was naming them off. But there's 20 competitors that will be in this battle royal, and out of all of those names, you guys have kind of already heard and kind of saw where I want to go with this match. I feel like Gunther versus Sheamus for the IC title at WrestleMania would be an absolute banger, and I think Rey's obviously facing Dominic, so that eliminates them. No way New Day's winning. Finn Balor and Edge. We got The Miz, Bobby Lashley. We'll talk about Bobby Lashley. Omos we'll talk about in a little bit. So I feel like Sheamus would be a great opponent. Run it back with Gunther. We saw what they did at Clash at the Castle. It would be a great match at WrestleMania. And like I said, to see Sheamus become a Grand Slam champion at WrestleMania, I think it would be great. It would be phenomenal. He deserves it, guys. He's been here for a long time. So speaking of Omos and Bobby Lashley, as I was just saying, let's talk about 2 matches that are apparently rumored and apparently now are most likely going to be happening at WrestleMania. And I'm very interested to see how this goes, because we obviously saw how it went on Monday with Omos challenging Brock Lesnar to a match, and MVP pretty much calling Brock Lesnar out for this upcoming Monday night to see if Brock Lesnar wants to face Omos. And the other rumored match that we've been hearing, and we saw what happened last week on SmackDown when Bray Wyatt went out there and he said that he's coming for the winner of Brock and he's coming for the winner of Brock and Bobby. Well, we saw Bobby win that match and we saw what happened there. So we now most likely are seeing Bray versus Bobby, and I just don't know how I feel about it. And if this is true, we'll have to wait and see how it unfolds and how everything happens. But as of now, guys, it seems like the case that we are really having Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar taking on Brock Lesnar taking on Omos. So it really shall be interesting to see where everything goes with this. But yeah, so these two rumored matches are supposed to be happening. We'll have to see where it goes. You guys let me know how you guys are feeling, how you guys feel about these matches. If you guys are just joining us, started from the beginning. We're only 6 minutes in, so it won't be that long of a period of time to catch up. But let me know how you guys are all feeling. But speaking of somebody that we may not see and we saw reappear at the Royal Rumble, we saw and we heard from the guy himself, Pat McAfee, that said that he does not know if he wants to return. And he said this specifically, and I quote, "I love WWE, but they're illegally going to be sold, and who's buying them? Do I want to work for them / make money for them?" And he does have a very good point. Do you really want to go out there and you don't know who's going to be working. You don't know who's going to be doing that. You don't know who's going to be, I understand. He's being smart about it. And as much as we love Pat McAfee and as much as I wanted to see him return on SmackDown, and me and Jordan, me and other people have talked about it, about seeing stuff like that and seeing people come back and everything. And we were talking about Wade Barrett going back to NXT and where we could see Pat McAfee. And if this is the case, Pat McAfee, he's making the right decision. And hopefully we do see Pat McAfee back one day. But he had this to say, and it's a smart decision just to wait. The man is doing his thing on YouTube, college football, his everything that this man does. He does it all. So I think we will see Pat McAfee back in the WWE I think we will. I think he'll come back at WrestleMania for an appearance. There's no way we can't have WrestleMania. And even if he doesn't, I feel like we could see him at SummerSlam or something like that. Michael Cole said it. He's always going to be a part of the WWE family. So in some way, shape, or form, we will be seeing Pat McAfee in the WWE at some point. So Pat McAfee, we hope to see you soon. And when you do, we'll be here and ready to go, guy. So somebody that doesn't know if he wants to return, we got somebody that is going to be returning, everybody. It is on the March 6th edition of Monday Night Raw, everybody. You guys can't see me because my man John Cena is advertised and he's coming back March 6th, the night after Revolution. AEW pay-per-view will be live for. He'll be coming, he'll be here, and John Cena most likely be calling out Austin Theory and challenging him to a match at WrestleMania. I still don't think that match needs I still don't think that match needs one. I really don't. But I really will have to see what happens. But either way, guys, my man John Cena is returning to Monday Night Raw on March 6th. Right? Revolution is on Sunday, right? Right, yeah. Sunday. Speaking of that Raw, though, WWE, guys, has already sold an extra 2,000 tickets for that March 6th episode of Raw in Boston, Massachusetts. Obviously, we know my man John Cena is from Boston. He does his thing, and he's the guy. We've seen him. He representing his teams and everything like that. So it's nice to see John Cena return to WWE. And like I said, hopefully we do see him call out Austin Theory. Austin Theory's kind of making references and everything. And the match was supposed to happen at SummerSlam, but I think John Cena obviously had other things to do. And I just think we will be seeing John Cena compete at this year's WrestleMania, and most likely against Austin Theory. But selling over 2,000 extra tickets for a Raw episode after you announce one name, that's crazy. So, speaking of somebody that obviously has not had a very good couple year and not a very it's been a very hard time. But guys, for us Hardy Boy fans out there, I wanted to bring this up because Matt Hardy put out a tweet and he decided to say, and I wanted to show it to you guys because Hardy Boys, I love the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys will always be my favorites. I know a lot of people like them. I know a lot of people don't like them, but Matt had this to say about Jeff. Incredibly proud of my brother for the last 9 months. He's worked extremely hard on himself. He's in the best shape I've seen him in for decades. I've always supported him, believed in him, and loved him. I'm excited for your new lease on life and where it takes you. And I don't know if Jeff will get back in the ring, and maybe he will. And I don't, maybe that's not what he wants to do, and maybe that's not where he wants to go and everything like that. But knowing that Jeff Hardy is doing better and everything like that, as a fan of the Attitude Era, as a fan of the WWF, WWE, everything the Hardy Boys have done with their 2000 ladder match, the TLC 2, TLC 1, everything that they brought to the tag division, the Hardy Boys will always be my favorite. And no matter what anybody has to say, I'll always be here to support them. So I wanted to bring this up, even though this really doesn't have anything to do with WrestleMania. I thought it would be a good thing to talk about because, it's good to hear some good news about somebody doing good. I'm tired of getting the bad news about guys that are just not having a good time. So, now, guys, I want to talk about, before we get into the next thing, because the next few things are about our guy, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And I just wanted to, because I said it in the headlines on the show, on the post and everything, I want to give a shout out to Montez Ford, everybody, for the performance that he put on at the Elimination Chamber. Him climbing and him doing his thing, everything that they did, everything that, we had Seth and Johnny do, that moment that they had up there. But Montez Ford, guys, I think is a very good person that could most likely will be a main eventer. I feel like Montez is on his way up. I feel like, obviously they set up that injury to set up Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. But Montez Ford played it off well. He did his thing. He was a great person, and it was awesome. So I think Montez Ford, guys, is somebody that is on the way up. And I just wanted to give him his props because he does his thing. He does it all, and he deserves it because, Montez Ford, we got to give Montez some love. So now that I'm done praising Montez, let's talk about the other thing that happened at the Elimination Chamber as we saw our girl Asuka punch her ticket to WrestleMania. She won the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Liv did that amazing move off the top of the Elimination Chamber. The Women's Chamber wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because we've seen some bad Women's Elimination Chamber, guys. Let's be honest here. Because the women have not always been, like the one with Shayna. That one was Shayna. I love Shayna Baszler. But all Shayna did was go in there and beat the hell out of a bunch of women, and then that's about it. So I just was happy not to see that. So I thought the women did an absolutely great show, and they did a great job at the Elimination Chamber. So Asuka punched her ticket to WrestleMania. She's facing the EST Bianca Belair at WrestleMania, and I think it's going to be a great show. I think it's going to be a great match. We saw what happened this past week on Raw with the red stuff, or the blue stuff, not red stuff, the blue stuff. And it was great to see. I cannot wait to see how this rivalry continues, as we obviously still have about 38 more days till WrestleMania. So I just cannot wait to see what happens with those two. But Asuka's going to Mania. She's punched her ticket. And guys, we got to give Montez Ford some love because one day that man's going to be a champion. I guarantee it. So now let's talk about our good old buddy, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And yes, what's up, my man Cage? We got Cage in the building. Everybody go check out my man Cage. Cage says Kana is back. Yes, sir, Kana is back, bro. I love this Kana character. Speaking of a character, let's talk about our good old buddy, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, as I just said. And this man, apparently, guys, 36 days till WrestleMania. Vince McMahon, guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Vince wants $9 billion to sell WWE. And I get it. WWE is a lot of money. WWE has a lot of good stuff. WWE has their, they did their thing. Like, WWE is WWE. But if you're going to tell me that Vince McMahon is going to get $9 billion for WWE, maybe I'm crazy and maybe I'm just completely losing it right now. But I do not see Vince getting $9 billion for WWE. especially if Vince is really going to sell it. I don't know. You guys let me know how you guys feel about this, but Vince getting $9 billion is a crazy amount, and that's just ridiculous to think. But another thing Vince came out to say, and we heard Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com report. I know a lot of people might not like Sean Rapp, but he has a lot of pretty much information that mostly is true, I think, from what I've seen. But he reported this week a WWE talent said how they were worried about how they were going to be treated if apparently Vince McMahon is back in creative. The talent is worried that Vince is back in creative, and they're worried that they're probably going to be, and they're going to be treated on the way that they were before. So, I mean, yeah, and Cage, I agree with you on that, bro. I mean, they did spend a lot of money on it. I don't know, but I think if Vince is there to really sell it, I just don't know if he's going to be able to get that much with everything he's done. Obviously, they could most likely look past it, but I mean, I just don't know, man. I really don't. So we will definitely have to see. But this talent said that they reached out and they thought that Vince was in charge. And then a few days, like if not even a few days, I think it was like 6 hours later, we saw another report come out that say that Vince was not in control of creative, and that Triple H is in full control, and that we don't have anything to worry about. So we will have to continue to see how this goes out. Obviously, Vince wants to have some part of something because that's just how Vince is. Vince is a crazy, hungry money guy that just wants to have control of everybody. And as I've been going back and rewatching the 2000, 2001, 2002s and stuff like that of wrestling, all these promos that this man said and how he's going to bury everybody and how he's going to make sure that everybody is miserable if he doesn't get what he wants and everything like that is like literally this is what this guy is doing now. And he's literally trying to just make sure that everybody is buried because he's not getting his way. So I don't think Vince will be back. I think WWE, Triple H is smart enough. I think Nick Khan is smart enough. So we will have to see what happens, guys. But I just wanted to bring this up because it is very interesting to see that apparently a talent reached out, but then again, somebody else could just report this and we don't know. So again, I'm just telling you guys what I'm seeing. Don't yell at Tino. Tino's just reading stuff off. So, and I'm just telling you how I feel about it. So don't rip Tino off and don't rip Tino's head off. So guys, we've talked about a lot of information today, and I told you guys we still got a lot more, so don't you worry. We're not done yet here. But I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys my full WrestleMania prediction card, as this is what I think most of the WrestleMania card will look like, and I feel like this is how it's going to be going down. So I feel like we're going to see, obviously, Roman and Cody has been announced. We have seen Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley announced. Bianca versus Asuka announced. So the other matches, Brock and Omos, I put in this because I feel like Brock and Omos we've saw, and if that's really the rumors, I feel like maybe that's what we really could be seeing happen. So I'll put that in there for now. And then if that means Brock's facing Omos, that means Bobby is facing Bray. And I think Bobby and Bray, I think it would be a great match, and I think they would be able to have a great rivalry. I just don't know if I want to see Brock facing Omos. I would rather see Brock versus Bobby in an ODQ match. And then I don't know why we need Omos on this TV screen. I don't know. Maybe this was Vince's idea. I don't know. And I'm definitely going to get to that because I feel like the Becky, Trish, and Lita versus Damage Control could have a lot of different type of scenarios. So we will definitely talk about that. So those are the three matches that I think that, yeah. But then we have Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. And obviously after the Elimination Chamber, that's most likely going down. Seth Rollins, Logan Paul. I think it's going to be a good match. I think they'll put on a performance. And I think that it will be a good wrestling match on one of the nights of WrestleMania. We just talked about my guy John Cena returning on March 6th. And I think he's challenging Austin Theory. If it's for the U.S. title, if it's not for the U.S. title, I know I didn't put any of the title things on here, but that's okay. And so, Chris, I agree with you. We've seen Brock and Bobby too many times. But I just don't. I don't know about the no disqualification, the no or the no like. I just don't know if a DQ finish is how you want to end a rivalry. I feel like rivalries all should be ended at WrestleMania. So yeah. But as I said, Bianca and Asuka, Charlotte and Rhea have already been announced. Edge and Finn Balor. We saw Finn Balor cost Edge on Raw this past Monday for the U.S. title. And we now most likely will be seeing Edge versus Finn Balor. And I said it a few weeks ago on this episode. I feel like we could be seeing inside Hell in the Cell. We put the demon in, Finn Balor, Demon King, versus Edge, if it's Brood Edge, if it's whatever type of Edge. Hell in the Cell, put it in WrestleMania. We need a Hell in the Cell match at one night to WrestleMania, everybody. Book it. Mic drop. Watch Tino do the mic drop. And then we got, I've been saying it, guys. I just don't understand why people are unhappy about this. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, best friends since childhood, winning the tag titles against the Usos, ending the reign of the Usos, ending the tag titles, the longest reign of the tag titles. And I think it would be a great end to the story. Usos get some time off. I think Cody's beating Roman. So Roman gets some time off. The Bloodline steps away for a little bit. Probably come back maybe around SummerSlam or something. But Sammy and KO take the tag titles. Maybe they separate them. Maybe they do. And I don't know. So we will definitely have to see. But I think that we're seeing Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos. Now, I just mentioned Sheamus. But what if, I didn't want to mention this when I talked about it earlier, what if, and I talked about this, I think, last week, if you guys were here, I talked about possibly having a triple threat match for the IC title. Gunther taking on Sheamus, including and taking on Drew McIntyre. What is Drew McIntyre doing at WrestleMania? Are we going to put him in some type of random battle royal and then have him do really good? I think that you just have him included in the IC title picture. You have him and Sheamus have a little beef. They try to go after Gunther. They team up. And I think that, I think it would be great. And yes, that's a great way for Gunther not to be pinned. If that's what you were getting to. Could drop that's the other thing. If that's what you're saying with the triple threat match, I think if Sheamus pins Drew, Gunther doesn't lose anything. Sheamus becomes a grand slam. And McIntyre and Sheamus and Gunther put on one hell of a triple threat match at one of the WrestleManias. I think I call that one hell of a show. And then we got Buica, our guy Rey Mysterio, taking on Dominic Mysterio. It's the battle of the Mysterios, guys. It's going down at WrestleMania. Dominic's coming to Raw. Khan the Dom is coming to, or SmackDown, I should say, tonight. He's coming to SmackDown tonight. Khan the Dom coming to SmackDown, everybody. So we'll have to see what happens tonight. But I think this is where we could possibly be seeing a confirmation of this match going down at WrestleMania. So before we talk about Becky, Trish, Lita, and Damage Control, because I feel like there's a couple scenarios that we could do with this, Tino's going to take a sip of water. Okay, a big sip of water. Tino, I'm starting to agree with you. LIB. LIB. Missing. Who's missing Mania? So, guys, now we got the last one to talk about because obviously there could be more matches. We don't know. Well, we did say the IC, the US, the tag titles. We could see, we could see a couple other things added. But I think if they put it at this card with 3, 6, 9, 12 matches, you put 6 on each night, I think that would work out perfectly. Oh, Liv's story. Yeah. I don't know if Liv's going to miss Mania. I think Liv could be a part of it somehow. So let's talk about these women, though. We got Becky, we got Trish, we got Lita, we got Damage Control. And obviously, this Monday Night Raw, we're going to see Becky and Lita take on Damage Control for the Raw titles. And I feel like this match is going to end in some type of no disqualification. Bayley's going to beat the shit out of Lita. And then we're going to see Stratusfaction return because maybe that was the plan all along. And maybe she was there just backstage to get the feel back. She really hasn't been around too much and everything like that. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe she just wanted to get the feel back. And next week, we're seeing a tag title match to set up a 6-woman tag team match. But what if we see Bailey take on Lita, and then we see Becky and Trish take on Damage Control? Or what if we see Damage Control take on Ronda and Shayna? Because that was another match I was talking about. We've seen Shonda and Reyna become Shayna and Ronda. I was trying to say Shayna and Ronda together. Shayna and Ronda. We've seen them kind of become a little bit of a tag team and everything like that. I think, there's so many different types of scenarios that could happen with this match, and we could see Damage Control put the titles on the line. But I feel like it would just make the most sense this Monday if Bailey cost Lita. She beats up Lita. We see Trish come back, and we see them fight in some type of a 6-woman tag team match. And that was the match I thought we would be seeing with Ronda and Shayna versus Damage Control. But then my question is do we see Becky, like you just said, do we see Becky turn on Lita? And then do we see Becky and Bailey team up? And do we see Trish and Lita take on Becky and Bailey? But the only thing with that is Becky is finally over as a heel again, and I don't know if they're going to want to put Becky back as a heel when they put her back as a face and they had her do everything that she did. So that's the only thing I don't know and don't think of. I just don't know how it would work out. So I'm going to stick with the 6-woman tag team match and the titles not being on the line. But we'll definitely just have to see how it plays out, guys. Again, this is just my predictions. This is just something that we've been talking about, stuff that I think that we possibly could be seeing. So don't go crazy. Don't take everything I'm saying as, it's not official until they say it's official. The only things that are official is Roman and Cody, Bianca and Asuka, Charlotte and Rhea, and that's it. That's all we got. And Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. That's it. Pretty much. That's all that is official. So we will definitely have to see what happens. But I wanted to share you guys, and I wanted to share everything with you guys about my WrestleMania predictions. So now, we talked about a lot of WrestleMania. I want to take a little break from talking about WrestleMania as I just gave you my match card. And for all those collectors out there, everybody, I want to share you guys, and I want to tell you guys all the cool figures that will be coming out in the next 3 or 4 series, including the Ultimate Editions. And then we got some WWE 2K news, everybody. So make sure that you guys stay tuned as we got a lot of information as the up, down, down rating reveal and everything that they announced. So we got a lot of information if you guys did not see. And then we will also be announcing every match that is included in the John Cena 2K Showcase mode that you will be able to play when the game comes out on March 14th for the Deluxe and Icon Edition, and when the regular game comes out on March 17th. So before we get into WWE 2K, let's talk about these action figure guys, and let's talk about it, because for collectors like me, I'm excited and I can't wait to get some of these. So we got Elite Series Collection 102. We got Edge. We got Rhea Ripley in her Judgment Day. We got Gunther. We got Austin Theory as a Chase Austin Theory. If I remember right, this Sami Zayn is the one that's Sami Forever, and it comes with the mouse trap with what Sami was trapped in when he got pinned last year at WrestleMania. Gotta get going. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Come hang out tonight if you got time. Come hang out tomorrow. I appreciate it. Your boy Tino's always here, so thank you for coming by for a little bit. I appreciate it. And then we got the commissioner himself, Foley, everybody. Commish Foley. He's getting himself an Elite action figure. If you guys remember on a few episodes ago, or I think maybe like 5 or 6 episodes ago at this point, I got a Commissioner Foley action figure, like an old one from back in the day with a world title. Excuse me. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the world title. I don't know. But we got Commissioner Foley as an Elite coming in Series 102. And then Series 103, we got the head of the table himself. I think it means it's coming with both titles. At least I hope it does. Both titles, Roman Reigns and an Elite. And then we get You Only Live Once, Liv Morgan with the SmackDown Women's title. I'm all about it. Only one I'm not excited in for this series in 103 is Bobby Lashley. We have so many Bobby Lashley guys at this point. I don't think we need another Bobby Lashley. But we're getting the Street Profits. Who wants to smoke everybody? Because we're getting some more elite Street Profits. I got the red ones, and I'm excited to get the green ones. And why am I not surprised on this last one? And I'm so interested to see which one is the chase and the regular version. We got Stardust, everybody. Stardust will be the chase this year in Series 103. So it should really be interesting. If you guys don't know, didn't realize, the star means that they're a chase. So in Series 104, we got Solo Sikoa, Dakota Kai with the women's tag title. We got Drew McIntyre. We got AJ Styles. We got Braun Breaker. And then we got the Steiner. We got the Steiner. We got himself, baby. We got his daddy. Let's go. So we're going to be able to put Braun and his dad together. I cannot wait to see and get those guys. I just don't know why we need an ultimate AJ Styles and an elite AJ Styles when we, again, have so many AJ Styles. And I know there's a lot of people out there that love AJ Styles. AJ Styles is the best. AJ Styles is he's phenomenal. And I know our girl Tracy here in the chat, if Tracy's here right now, I know Tracy loves AJ Styles. But it's one of those things that I just don't know. And I don't know how well they're going to sell, especially with, if you guys can see down there, we got the Ultimate Edition 16, that ringside exclusive recently just received. It was Ultimate Edition 16, including Razor Ramon as the chase and AJ Styles. And then we have Ultimate 17. I don't know if they're going to have a chase for this one, but we'll just have to see. Ultimate Edition 17, guys, is Seth freaking Rollins and Andre the Giant. So I cannot wait to see what goes down with all of that. I love, you guys know, your boy Tino loves collecting all the figures. It's going to be a good time. So once all the figures come out, it will be good. And you guys know, once we get them, I'll be here recording a collection episode. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, everybody and everything, it is some more information on WWE 2K23, as we had some news from Up, Up, Down, Down come out. If you guys watched the 2 or 3 hour special they did, I think it was Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon, they went out and they revealed about 40 plus superstars. They revealed 3 legends, and they revealed some good information. And then we saw pretty much all the superstars talk, and the superstars announced some stuff. So let's talk about the picture that we got. We got The Rock, 96. We got Miss Becky Lynch as the highest woman rated on the roster, 96 overall. We got R-Truth. What's up? What's up? What's up? R-Truth, guys, 72 in the game. We got Chauncey rated as the lowest woman in the game. Poor Chauncey. I love Chauncey. The tank couldn't put her up to like a 78. And then, guys, some big news. He will be a playable legend, and he will also be able to be played as a person, and you can use in GM mode. It's our guy, Prince Pretty, the man himself, Gorgeous. Tyler Breeze is the man. Yes, he's only rated 77 overall, but you can use him in GM mode, and you can be out, and you can put Xavier Woods and Austin Creed, Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze as a tag team. So that's some good news. Like I said, Rock and Becky are the highest rated, and Becky, fun fact about Becky, she is the highest rated woman ever in the WWE game. Tyler Breeze, like I said. And speaking of Woods, like I said, Woods can also, Xavier Woods, you guys can use too. So because of GM mode and all of us watching GM mode, Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze have now been able to be used as GMs in the mode. We have heard, like I said, Chauncey and R-Truth are the lowest rated. And then we also have The Miz apparently will be a playable exclusive in my faction in the 2011 attire. And that Miz is rated 90. And the other, and the Miz, now I said the other Miz. The Miz, like the past year, I think he's rated like an 80, wasn't it like an 82? Somebody quote me on that, but I can't remember what Miz's rating was. For those wondering, obviously, we will most likely be seeing Roman Reigns at a 99 or a 100, but that has not been confirmed. Dominic Mysterio is still in his face attire, so it looks like we're gonna have to go to the created free features and the community creations to get and to find the Judgment Day Dominic Mysterio. But if you guys want to go find out all of the information about what is going to be going down and what will be happening and everything else that was on Up Up Down Down, go check out that on Austin Creed's channel, Up Up Down Down. It's about, like I said, 2 or 3 hours with Bailey, Dakota, Big E, Tyler Breeze, and Woods. So it's a good watch. So go check it out for more information. But we got more information about WWE 2K mode, 2K showcase mode, that is. And we got the full matchup of every match that you will be playing in the showcase mode for John Cena. And we'll start it off. The Open Challenge, SmackDown 2002, John Cena versus Kurt Angle. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, Backlash 2003. John Cena versus Undertaker, Vengeance Day 2003. One of my favorites, and I shouldn't say one of my favorites, I should say one of my nightmares. We saw this last week on the Retro pay-per-view, New Year's Revolution 2006, John Cena versus Edge. We saw this on Up Up Down Down, Austin Creed and all of them played it, John Cena versus RVD at ECW One Night Stand in 2006, June 11th. That is a pay-per-view we will be going back and rewatching on the Retro series. We got John Cena versus Edge at SummerSlam 2006. John Cena taking on the Game, Triple H at Night of Champions 2008. I forgot about Night of Champions. We got John Cena taking on Batista at SummerSlam 2008. John Cena and Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell in 2009. We got Once in a Lifetime, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If you could smell what The Rock is cooking, taking on my man John Cena, You Can't See Me, in a once-in-a-lifetime match that became twice in a lifetime. We got John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, that awful SummerSlam match where Brock Lesnar just destroyed John Cena. But speaking of a SummerSlam match that was phenomenal, it was with the phenomenal one AJ Styles taking on John Cena. We got John Cena taking on The Undertaker in that 2-minute squash match at WrestleMania 34. And lastly, the last match that will be in the game as of now, because I have a feeling that they're going to do the same thing that they did with the Rey Mysterio one last year, where there's going to be like a match where like John Cena versus maybe it's like the tag team match with Kevin Owens or something like that, where you're going to like get like the Bloodline Sami Zayn or something. I don't know. I'm just saying I think there'll be a bonus match like there was with there was with Rey Mysterio. I think they'll do the same thing with John Cena. So those are all the matches that we will be playing. There are 14 total. Like I said, I think there is a few more that will be going down and everything that will be happening. So we will definitely have to see. But those are all the matches that I've seen that have been announced. So I think, and I cannot wait to see what that entails and everything that is going to be happening in that. But everybody, before I don't know why I showed you guys the Raw card. We need to get to SmackDown first. But if you guys want to see the Raw card real quick, this is everything that we have going on for this Monday night. Raw, we got the women's tag titles. We got Asuka taking on Carmella. Candice taking on Piper. We got Miz TV and so much more. We'll see Brock Lesnar answer Omos's challenge. We'll have to see how that all goes down, everybody. But that is on Monday. We still got to get to Friday night, guys, because tonight we got Friday night SmackDown. So I guess my thing is changed into blue, so that's okay. But guys, tonight on Friday night SmackDown, we got a face-to-face between the Queen herself and her WrestleMania opponent, Rhea Ripley. We got the return of the Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt is making his return, and what is he going to have in store for us in the Firefly Funhouse? And then we got our guy Rey Mysterio, Buica 619, taking on Karrion Kross with Scarlett. And I feel like this is where we will be seeing, and this is where we see Dominic. Con the Dom's going to come out. He's going to cost Rey Mysterio, and then he's going to set up everything that's going to happen at WrestleMania. So, everybody, that is everything that I have here for you guys. But now that we're here, we got some time left. We got about like 10, 20 minutes left, everybody. Let's see what everybody's doing here in the chat. If anybody has any questions, I see we got 12 people here right now. So, everybody, drop your questions, your concerns. How you guys feeling about the show? Do you guys like everything I'm doing here? How'd you guys feel about the WrestleMania last night? We got 2 more this week. So let's go, everybody. And we got my man Rocco in the house. What's up, Rocco? What's up, Rocco? What's up? He's in the house. Rocco says, do you really believe Omos is facing Brock? Rocco, bro, I don't know, man. I really don't. I really do not know if we're going to see Brock Lesnar take on Omos. And if we do, I'm going to kind of cry. We got Chumblebee in the house. Guys, Chumblebee will not be live here today. He was just here, but he had some stuff going on, so we don't know. He might come back tonight for SmackDown. But he was supposed to be a live audience member for this episode, but then he had to go. So, Chumblebee is not here for the live stream today, guys. 11 days till the return of the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, my man John Cena. Yes, sir. And Chris, the countdown continues, bro. We got 19 days. Let's go. We got Johnny in the house. Chris in the house. What's up, Chris? Chris still here always. I appreciate you. Ronda Rousey is a 93. Chris, are you going to that Raw? What's up, Cage? What's up, bro? I know he already left, so I appreciate Cage coming and hanging out. Just want to see Jeff sober. Yes, I facts. That's all I want to see. Dudley Boys, I gotta say, man, I love the Hardy Boys, and that's why I love the Hardy Boys. And if anything ever happens, I just gotta, we gotta update the Hardy Boys no matter what we're talking about. Ford and Gargano killed it. Yes, they did. Kana is back. 36 days away from Mania. Some company will spend close to that with how much. Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I just don't know if I say if they could just get Vince out, that would be phenomenal. Chris says Megan's on Peacock. Chris, I know I got it ready, bro. I'm gonna go watch it after this or maybe I'll wait till after SmackDown. I don't know. We'll be live here for SmackDown, guys, in 2 short hours, so it's okay. Damage Control versus Shayna. That's what I see, Cage. That's what I thought, but then I don't know if that's how it's going to happen because of I just don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. There's just so many possibilities with the women. I'm just going to let it play out. Everything else, I'm with you on your predictions. Appreciate it. Chris, I saw this in the chat earlier. Chris, I agree with you on this, bro. I agree that we have seen this too many times. And I do agree that we don't need to see it anymore. But I do think that we could just end, and like I said, why can't we just end all of the rivalries at WrestleMania and then start anew, have Cody bring out the winged belt, do whatever with the tag titles, whatever you want to do. We have a draft, and we reset the WWE. That's what I think. Also, yeah, that's a very good point. I think The Miz could be hosting it too. Demon, let's go, bro. I completely agree. Demon Finn versus Brood Edge would be the perfect situation. Omos never face Brock. Omos face Braun Strowman. And yes, I know Omos has never faced Brock, but I just don't want to see Omos on the WrestleMania card again. I love Omos, kind of, but not really. I think Gunther could drop the title and that's why the triple threat match is a very good possibility, because then you have Sheamus pin McIntyre, and then you have Gunther lose, and Gunther doesn't even have to be involved. He is built differently. Like Sami Zayn needs someone to be. He's got to. Eric says he's starting to agree with me about Liv. Yeah, I don't know, bro. What's up, Hassan? What's up, bro? Cage says Trish will turn on Becky and Lita cost them the match and sides with Bayley. That's a very good possibility. We could see Bayley and Becky. But what if Bayley turns face? And what if Lita's the one that turns heel? I've just been putting that in my head right now. What if Bayley, because everybody loves Bayley. Chris loves Bayley. Everybody out there loves Bayley. Jonathan, I see you, bro. What's up? How you doing, bro? Thanks for coming and hanging out. I see you tonight. Thanks for stopping by. What if we see Lita turn on Becky? Lita becomes heel. Trish comes out as a heel. We see Bayley turn face. And then we see Bayley and Becky team up at WrestleMania. I don't know. Maybe. Ronda and Shayna too. They got to be doing something, right? Becky and Lita. I mean, maybe that's a good possibility, but I think we could more likely going to see Team Bestie. What's predictable? Let me know, Johnny. He said, okay, so you're saying, okay. So I read that wrong. My bad. Gotta get going. Thank you, Cage, coming and hanging out, bro. Yes, Zelina Vega should be way higher than a 74 overall. And okay, so I'm sorry, I swore they said Chauncey was the lowest. So is Zelina the lowest? I don't know. You guys let me know. SummerSlam 2016 is when he tied Ric Flair. Yup, that's when he beat John Cena. Or that's when John Cena won it, I should say. I said John Cena beat himself, guys. I will see you tonight, Jonathan. Thank you, bro. Yeah. He says I'm eating now. What are you eating, Chumblebee? You got home pretty fast, bro. Friday Night SmackDown on Fox 47 in Charlotte. What's predictable, bro? Let me know. He says I love Bayley. No, I agree. I completely agree with you on that. I think Bayley is way better as a heel than she is as a face. So, we'll just have to see. But guys, that is all the information that Tino has here for you on this week's Road to WrestleMania episode, everybody. We've talked about a lot of good information today. We have a lot of good information still to come up. Obviously, as we continue the road to WrestleMania and we see all these things go down, we will definitely see how everything plays out, because that's all we really can do, guys, is just let it play out. So, if you guys got any more questions for me, let me know. But before we go, I want to remind everybody that we will be live here tonight for Friday Night SmackDown in about 2.5 short hours at 6:50 p.m. Central Standard Time, right around there. Come and hang out, guys, as we watch Friday Night SmackDown, the card that I showed you earlier. Karrion Kross taking on Rey Mysterio. We're going to see a face-to-face between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. And we're going to see the return of the Firefly Funhouse. So it's going to be a good Friday night, and you're not going to want to miss it. And then, of course, we'll be live here tomorrow night for the next, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, for the next retro pay-per-view here on the channel, the WrestleMania Throwback. It's WrestleMania 18. It's Rockin' Hogan. It's the game in Y2J. It's Taker and Ric Flair. Woo! 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 And then we got the Rattlesnake taking on Scott Hall, the bad guy. So you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to be joined by another guest here on the channel, everybody. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good time. Tonight we'll be live, so make sure you guys don't miss it. And then tomorrow and Sunday. So, guys, go eat some dinner. Go get a snack. Go hang out with your dog. Go take a nap. And go do what you got to do. But make sure you guys all come back here at 7 o'clock. So, until next time, this is your boy Tino, signing out. But before we go, I need my man Mickey to go and tell everybody where they can go find your boy Tino, as we are now only 28 subscribers away to 800 and the 800 subscriber raffle, and we're hitting closer, and we're getting closer to 1K, everybody, as we are inching closer. So make sure you guys still and continue to hit that subscribe button. But if they don't know, Mickey, go and tell everybody where they go and find your boy Tino. And until tonight, everybody, when we come back here and we watch Friday Night SmackDown, this is your boy Tino, signing out.
Go follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, at Tino's Time. Also, Tino's Time Wrestling on Instagram and Facebook. Tino's Time 1996 on Twitter. But then, you got the TikTok and Instagram. So you gotta hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe on the road to 800. And finally, turn those notifications on. Have a great day.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders, now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out